Hello everyone, welcome to Kenny's Educare, a group of Kenny Solution. Today we'll be starting with lesson number 1, which is living world and classification of microbes. Now what does living world means? Living world means all the living organisms, species, individual which exist on earth are included in this living world. And classification of microbes. Microbes are short term for microorganism. So in this lesson you will be studying about how microorganisms are further classified. Okay, so we shall study following important points in this lesson, which is biodiversity and need of classification. Now the word biodiversity is made from two different words, which is bio and diversity. Bio is life and diversity is variety. So the variety of life which exists on our planet is called as biodiversity, and you will be studying why there is a need of classification for this biodiversity. Okay, next we'll be studying about five kingdom system. This five kingdom system was given by Robert Whittaker sir, for which he was awarded with a Nobel Prize, and this five kingdom system is still used by many scientists, okay, for studying different classification of microbes or species. Okay, then we'll be studying about characteristics of kingdom, which is kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, and kingdom Fungi. Now here we'll be studying about only three kingdoms, but Robert Whittaker sir gave us five kingdom system, and the other two are kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. You will be studying this in your later standards. Okay, next is classification of microbes and its characteristics, how the microorganisms are classified based on their characteristics. We'll be studying about that. Okay, next is, last year we learned that all the living organisms on earth have adapted according to geographic regions, food ingestion, defense mechanism, etc. Now we all know several countries have cold climate, while some countries have hot climate, some face snowfall while some face rainfall, right? So all the individual located in that country, they have adapted to that surrounding. Same way how tortoises are adapted for living on land as well as in water. So whatever the climate is, whatever the weather is, we humans have adapted to the environment. This is the geographical region adaptation which humans have evolved. Okay, then the food ingestion. What does food ingestion means? Food ingestion is a process of intake of food. ठीक है, like every individual have different, or every animal have different types of ingestion, right? Then defense mechanism here is how your body is fighting with the harmful microorganism which occurs in your body. That is the defense mechanism your body reacts to. Okay, now aquatic ecosystem is further divided into fresh water and marine water. Now fresh water is the water which you use at your home, or ponds, lakes and all. Marine water is the water which occurs in the seas. So while adapting, many differences are observed in the organism of the same species too. Now see, here both aquatic ecosystem, it includes water, right? But it is the same, it is the organism. Think ki it is an organism, but they have difference, right? Fresh water and marine water. So being same thing, they have different varieties in them. Like we human beings, we all are same, we all are made up of cells, but there are certain varieties or differences among us. Okay, so this is the biodiversity, and every human being have a difference in them. So scientists cannot go and study every organism. It will be impossible for the scientists to study each and every species which occur in the planet. So for that, there was a need to do a classification, which was further done by Robert Whittaker sir. Okay, now according to 2011 census, around 87 million species of living organisms are found on earth, including land and seas. Now according to 211 census, it was the census which was provided in 2011, and today we are in 2021. So at the time of 2011, 87 million species existed on earth. Now this might have doubled or even tripled. Okay, so there is a vast number of species which exist. It means there is vast biodiversity which is existing on our planet, and scientists cannot study each and every species, and for that reason there is a need for classification. And for that reason Robert Whittaker sir has divided the kingdoms into five kingdoms, which are kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae, and kingdom Animalia based on their characteristics. Okay. Now, to study such a vast number, it was essential to divide them into groups. Okay. So, groups and subgroups were created considering the similarities and the differences among the living organism. Now, what did Robert Searle did? He took some animals who had some similarities and some animals who have differences among them, and he made different kingdoms based on them. Okay. And that kingdom is further classified as phylum, then comes class, order, family, genus, species. This is the flow chart which occurs with every species. If there is a kingdom Animalia, the kingdom Animalia will further include its phylum, then what are the class, order, then family, then genus, and then species. Okay. So he did this and he separated all the species or organisms based on their characteristics. Okay. So this process of dividing living organisms into groups and subgroups is called as biological classification. Okay. What we did, we made groups and subgroups based on the similarities and differences they shared, and this process of dividing the organisms into groups and subgroups is called as biological classification. Okay. Now see, he is Robert Harding Whittaker. From 1920 to 1980 was an American ecologist. Ecologist, he is who studies about the ecosystem. Okay. So what did he did? He founded 5 different kingdoms based on the similarities and differences among the organism. So what were the 5 kingdoms? Kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae, kingdom Animalia, and kingdom Monera. Okay, so for you all, you will be studying about kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, and kingdom Fungi. This 2 kingdom you will be studying in your later standards. Okay, and as I told, he was awarded with the Nobel Prize for his classification. Okay. Now, Robert Whittaker classified these kingdoms based on certain characteristics. What are the characteristics? First is complexity of the cell structure, whether the organism is prokaryotic or eukaryotic. Now, what is the difference between both? Prokaryotic do not have well-developed nucleus, whereas eukaryotic organisms have a well-developed nucleus. Okay, so he saw whether the organism have a well-developed nucleus or it doesn't have well-developed nucleus, and the organisms that have well-developed nucleus were placed in one group, and that do not have well-developed nucleus were placed in another group. Okay, this was the first characteristics, which is complexity of the cell structure, which is prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Okay, next is complexity of organism, whether the organism is unicellular or whether the organism is multicellular. It means whether it is made up of single cell or it is made up of many cells. Single cell का example is Euglena, and multicellular cell का example is, we human beings are multicellular. Okay, because our body is made up of many cells. Okay. Now, before going to third characteristic, you need to know certain terms, which is autotrophs, heterotrophs, and saprophytes. Now, what does autotrophic organism means? The organism which can prepare their own food are called as autotroph. Now, for this, the better example is plant, because plant use sunlight and water to make their food, and this process is called as photosynthesis process. We all study this from our early standards, right? Now, what is the difference why plants can make their own food using sunlight and water and why animals cannot? Because animals also get sunlight and water. So what is the difference between them? The difference is plants have chloroplast, and through chloroplast they can prepare their own food, while animals do not have this chloroplast and hence they cannot make their own food. The basic difference is chloroplast. Okay. Now, what are heterotrophs? Heterotrophs are organisms that obtain their food from other living organism, right? We all know animals eat other animals or plants, right? So they are dependent on other living organism for their food, so they are called as heterotrophic animals. Okay, next is saprophytes. Saprophytes क्या होता है? Now there are certain animals. See, if the animal is dead, what will happen? Fungi जो है, they depend on dead animals for their food. How animals eat plant, and the same way the dead animals are eaten by this fungi. Okay, so they are called as saprophytic, because what they do, they are also called as decomposers. Why? Because they decompose the body of the dead animal, which get mixed up by the soil, and this soil becomes so much rich in nutrients that it can make up a new plant again. Okay, so what are saprophytic? They are absorption from dead organisms. Okay, now third characteristic is what? Lifestyle. Now plants are producers. Why producers? Because they are making their own food, and also they are food for some animals. Animals eat them, so they are producers. Whereas animals are consumers. Why? Because animals eat other animal or plants, right? So they are consuming them, so they are consumers. And fungi are decomposers. Why decomposers? Because they are decomposing the dead organism into soil. ठीक है. Next is phylogenetic relationship. Now prokaryotic organisms जो है, they change to eukaryotic organism, means they earlier they didn't have the well developed nucleus, but as the time evolved, they got a well developed nucleus. The same way unicellular to multicellular. Earlier euglena had only one cell, but what happened later? The cells divided rapidly and multicellular organism came into existence. So this is phylogenetic relationship, from where prokaryotic are changed to eukaryotic and unicellular are changed to multicellular. Okay, now this is the 5 kingdom system classification which was given by Robert Whittaker sir. So now living organisms are divided into prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Okay, then prokaryotes are further divided as unicellular. Prokaryotes क्या थे? Prokaryotes do not have well developed nucleus. ठीक है, they will be unicellular. Unicellular are euglena. They are made up of only one cell, and the kingdom which exists in prokaryotes are kingdom Monera. Okay, we'll be studying the characteristics of kingdom Monera in the next lecture. Okay, now eukaryotes are further divided into unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular is what? They are made up of only one cell, and multicellular are they are made up of many cells. Now unicellular के अंदर eukaryote, it means what? Eukaryotes have well developed nucleus, so it will have a well developed nucleus and they will have only one cell. So the kingdom which exists in this is kingdom Protista. Okay, next is eukaryote is multicellular. They are made up of many cells. Now this multicellular are divided into 3: kingdom fungi, kingdom plantae and kingdom animalia. Now what is the difference between these 3 kingdom is, kingdom fungi जो है, they have cell wall present but organism can't perform photosynthesis. They have cell wall present but they cannot perform photosynthesis, means what? They cannot prepare their own food. Now kingdom plantae, what happens with kingdom plantae? Kingdom plantae have cell wall present and organisms can perform photosynthesis. What does it means they can perform photosynthesis? It means they can prepare their own food using sunlight and water. Why they can prepare their own food? Because they have cell wall, and in that cell wall they have chloroplast present. Next is kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia do not have cell wall, so they cannot prepare their own food. They are always dependent on plants or other animals for their food. Okay, this is a tabular form which was given by Robert Whittaker sir, and you need to know this table very much thoroughly. Okay, thank you everyone. We'll continue with all the characteristics of kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista and kingdom fungi in the next lecture. Thank you.